than the 14. From the gun, running back on the move.
This one got a right there to the couple days.
All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, TCU.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go!
Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Chill out. Chill. Sleep.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It'll be 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. The give on the inside. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Stop.
That is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball on the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Oregon. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. It's caught at the 45 on its way. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They believe they can run right here. That's the tackle. He's piled up 65 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field.
Get set.
On the move. Breaks into the open. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to fire deep. Pulls in the deep ball. Wide open spaces. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks!
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell he sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Penn State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Brought it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back. And boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you can tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through it, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Six Probane, down.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target. So nice job on that play.
And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. There he goes. Finding an escape route. The tag. Slippery.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get to the end zone. Nice run.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted, the defense is set up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Great place to start for this offense. A run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Got some room into the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU.
Yeah, now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
one deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought into this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Cornhole 88.
They'll try the run. Got enough space. And he rolls it out. Touchdown!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that,
Oh, he's got some space. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Complete to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? He's loose down the left side. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, TCU!
and I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. and perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up 14 over Texas. We'll parachute back into your game, fellas, if anything changes in this heavyweight battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he's not going to take the touchback. Oh. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll get it out to the 9. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He'll try it again. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Galladay. Makes the catch. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Green 25.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Working the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Going to swing it on second down. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pulls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to throw. It's Galladay. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
On to attempt the try. Right down the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Up and ready to kick off this second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our...
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, hard front. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Galladay. Punts it out of the air. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Needs it to keep the drive alive. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Ducks in the hurry up.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen. You put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that pass there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, when my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Looking downfield, it's Galladay. Going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Ducks! lights out after that.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 34 over Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hole with unproductive drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. They'll run it from the gun. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They want to run this quarterback. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field.
29 Philly.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 3rd. Got it in the middle. It's Stoneburner. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it.
Base 27, John. On set.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Unleashes to the end zone. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Dropping back, it's Galladay. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. He wants to take the top off. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Running free. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, there are times a quarterback and receiver just have the unspoken language. He's lined up to the left side. He's looking down. There's nobody in the middle of the field. The quarterback kind of just winks at him and says, I'm throwing you this post. You go get it and go score a touchdown. Man, that is exactly what happened.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They still have work to do. Trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead.
On the double.
Using his feet. Can't get him to the ground. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts it down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quick completion on the out route. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores, and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm. And I think that's why he missed that throw.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Turning it on. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And listen, the defense has made it a priority to try to rip the football free. You saw them that time really trying to go for that turnover, but nice job breaking tackles. Really good ball security by the running back.
Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure?
Headed to the end zone. And he is able to score. Touchdown, TCU.
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and field tricks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, explode through, getting a long touchdown.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Galladay. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Gonna look downfield again. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now,
looking for a huge play. Intimate stride on the 10. Touchdown! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the two-point try. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. The inside handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Another incompletion on third down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
First down for the offense.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. Right back to the well. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub. And really,
Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to pass. It's Galladay. He wants a big play here late. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
and how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? If there's time to pad the stats. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This